Hey everybody, it's the She's the Owner podcast. I'm your host, Kara McCarran, and this is episode 132. What would you do if you weren't doing this? So this is one of those topics that can be really fun, but can also be really stressful for a person. So what do I mean? What would you do if you weren't doing this? So back when I was working full time in my other business, which is the content company, I probably didn't let myself even think about what would I be doing if I wasn't doing what I was doing. And so why would I resist that? Because oftentimes when like there's this thing that happens to us when we start to think about like dreaming, right? We get panicky. I think everybody can agree with that at some point when you start to like even allow yourself to really go there where things could really have gone or could be, it feels scary because I don't know how the hell are you gonna even pull it off? Like, what does that even look like, right? So I never allowed myself to think about what else could I do and until, the last couple of years where I've been doing this. So I want you to really think about that. Like if you're sitting there and you're in a job or you're in a business that you're not feeling great about and you're not excited about on a daily basis. And I mean, not every day is going to be a walk in the fucking park. Let me tell you, I have dark days too. But for the most part, I'm very excited about this company. I'm very excited about where things are going to go. But if you're in a situation where that's not the truth for you, ask yourself why, right? Like what is the point of sitting around doing shit you hate when there are many, many alternatives to that? And I always say like even when I go to say a Walmart or a fast food place, I'm always perplexed by like if somebody's greeting me and they're super unhappy and super bitchy, I'm like, I know for sure you're not making six figures or more. I know for sure you could find a job that pays you the same anywhere else. I know for sure you don't have to be here. I know for sure that when people say, "Oh, I have to do," no, you fucking don't. No, you don't. That's the story you're telling yourself that you have to, but you don't. Especially people that are, it's almost easier when you make very little money to make the transition out of that into a business. Like I didn't know any better when I was younger, but like to make 30 grand a year, that's fucking easy in a business. Easy. It's not hard. And if you're sitting there going bullshit, that's hard, you're wrong. You've got some digging to do there on your limiting beliefs because it's not hard. It's not hard. Making six figures in your business more challenging, absolutely. But it's possible. Many millions of people do it, especially now, right? In the age of information and knowledge, like people are selling courses on things all the time. I sell a course on how to start your business. Like that's what I do. So this whole thing about I have to do this or else or my family's not going to eat or whatever, that's all just bullshit stories that you've been conditioned with and that's cool. We all have them. I still have I mean, like old stories in my head about this, that, and the other. That's totally cool. But I want you to start opening up your mind and thinking, okay, well, what if I didn't do the thing? What if I wasn't working in this office? What if I wasn't doing this kind of sales? What if I wasn't in finance? What if I wasn't? What could my life look like? Because it's not until you have like you really get serious about those questions, it's not until you start looking at it and writing it down. What you write, you invite. Joseph McClendon says that all the time. It's very true. What you write, you invite. But if you're just sitting there passively being like a, passenger on a fucking train or whatever the analogy is, and you're just watching shit go by, that's literally you're never going to be happy. Like, I'm telling you from my heart, it's never gonna work out for you. The people that really kick ass in this world are the ones that just say, "Fuck it, and I'm gonna go after it." Because really, like, it's that fear of regret thing, right? Like, I don't wanna look back and be like, "Oh, I'm so happy I didn't." I wanna look back and be like, "Damn rights I did," even if I fall on my face. So, here's a little, maybe you can do a little bit of an exercise, but if that's a big if for some of you. But if you weren't at the job, if you were doing something different, what might that be? What might that be? and get crazy, right? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to start a coaching business? Do you want to start a consult? Maybe you're a digital marketer and you're like, I'm ready to go on my own. Great. Let's make that the thing, but let's make it so it's different from everybody else. And the thing that will differentiate anything you want to do from now on, anytime you want to leave, anytime you want to start your own gig, whatever that looks like, is being obsessed with the person you serve. If you just want to sell widgets because you see a deal on 10,000 widgets and you could double your money, I'm not your gal. I can't help with that because that's not going to get you out of the bed for the long term. Long term, there has to be something bigger, greater than you. So think about it. Sit down and write it out. If I wasn't doing this, what else would I be doing? Some of you might be a fucking clown. Some of you might want to be a dancer. I don't know, but just start writing it down. Like, what are you waiting for? Right. So that's the statement. If I wasn't doing this, I would be doing this, or I could be doing this. Write it out and then share it with people. Share it with me. Come to Facebook and share it with me if you want. Um, but get bold. Like now is the time, right? If you're 40 and older, I'm telling you because I am 40 and older, we're in this zone of life where we're like, hold on a minute. I need to be having a better time. I need to be having more fun. I'd like to make more money and I'd like to have more freedom. Freedom's a big one, right? You may have the money, you may have some authority, you might be liking what you do, but you have zero freedom most of the time at our level. Like if I went back to a job, I'd be, higher higher level, but I'd have no freedom. I couldn't just go wherever I wanted to, whenever I wanted to. So it's important. Freedom, time freedom is just as important and as big a part of wealth as money is. So write it out, get crazy, don't be scared, and have fun with it. I'll talk to you guys on the next episode. Bye.